Hey guys, good afternoon. It's a wonderful day here in Houston, Texas. First and foremost, Hector with HM Custom Threads here, and it's almost Christmas season. And I've gotten a few requests. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, but I've gotten a few requests about how to close a pattern. Or sometimes you can do a double pattern, and that's what we see here. That I'm spinning. We have two different patterns integrated here. So we have the spectrum pattern, and then we have just the star pattern, and you wrap these simultaneously. So that's a little bit more advanced than a beginner because it requires a lot of attention to detail and keeping up with your thread count, or rather where you're placing your threads. It's always helpful to have a pattern sheet available that I create in a step-by-step form. So you have this one here that's a double pattern. This is like I said earlier, spectrum pattern, and then the star pattern, just with alternating colors on the background here, and then use a border just to separate the two patterns. Also, we have just a single pattern here, which is one of our thread trunk patterns. Of course, this was one of our thread trunk patterns as well, not the double pattern, just the spectrum pattern. This one here is just something I created. It was one of our thread trunks for last year, I believe, 2018. So the pattern is here, and it closes out just shortly after. You can probably see that it finishes there. So you can close it also like this. So once you get your pattern, once your pattern manifests, then you can just continue with the fade, or you can do just a border. You can do a border and then just close it out in whatever color, an opposing color, a contrasting color, or a similar color. Just depends on what your preference is. Now this is an open pattern right here. This is a reverse chevron going up and down versus, rather going top and bottom versus going up and down. The underwrap is black. You can see all of the pattern threads are exposed. This is raw thread, of course. And then we have a fish pattern here also that I never finished. This was one of our thread trunks. All of these patterns that I'm showing you were one of our thread trunk patterns. I didn't finish it, but so let's say you wanted to close out this pattern here, right here, and so of course we got loose threads here, but you would just continue wrapping around the pattern until you filled closing the pattern is basically filling the area that's left until you have no more area to cover. Sometimes you'll have more area over here than over here, so then you have to pack threads and push threads, and maybe push threads back instead of packing them toward the center. Just depends on the pattern, depends on where you have the gaps, if they're here or here. Most of the time your gaps are going to appear here, over here, because this is going to be this side over here is going to be the shorter side because of the taper. So things are going to fill up faster on this side versus on this side. I'm not sure if that's what you guys were looking for, but what I can do here, I set up this one here to where, let's say we had this part here, just these up to the gray done, right? So if we didn't want to have that secondary pattern, all we would do is wrap this pattern here, or we would just continue going along like this. Wrap here, I'm putting some thread on. So we'd go down the rod and then come on back. It might slip a little, but we're going to try it anyway. And then we'd come back this way. Come back around. And then back around. And then what you would do, since that's one pass, then you would just continue to go. You come back around and start again with that same, you just continue. Right next to that next thread on the top part of the pattern. And then you would come back down again on the top part of the pattern as well. this way to create a border. Now we're going on the bottom side of the pattern. You see that? Then on the bottom. So that would create your border or an outline, or you could just continue to wrap this way, just like this, continue to go until the pattern closes or until there's no more room left. And then you'll have to figure out if you have gaps at any place, and then you'd have to pack, or either pack toward the center or pull threads back out this way to fill the areas that have gaps. So that's kind of the crash course or crash guide to closing a pattern. Definitely, if you guys have any more questions, please give me a shout via Facebook, via here the YouTube channel. This is a short video, just wanted to do something really quick. Life has been busy. Sorry I haven't done any videos, but I'm trying to get back to them. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If not, please give it an unlike. That way I know what I need to work on, and please comment in the section below. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to all of you guys, and a Happy New Year.